Hey everyone, today I want to share with you an unboxing that if you were on a live just recently, you would know that I just got a new camera. It's my first one in 3 years and I thought you might want to partake in this unboxing with me. So if you're interested in that, hold on tight, we're getting into it right now. Ta-da! I'm not going to make you wait forever. This is it. This is her. I think it's a her. Is it a her? Sure, don't know. So this is my brand new camera. This is the Sony a6400, which is basically the step up from the few years ago model of the a6300. Their numbering system is very weird. In case you didn't know, in their previous line, they had the a6000, the a6300, and the a6500. And then when their newer models came out, the 6100 was the step up from the A6000, the 6400 was the step up from the 6300, and the 6600 was the step up from the 6500. But if you were just looking sequentially at them, you would think, oh, 6500, 6600. But no, that's not how it works. But enough about their numbering system. Let's go ahead and break into her. Yeah, I've decided it's a her. So welcome to the a6400. This from Sony uses their E-mount series. So I also picked up 2 lenses. I went to a local camera shop, and if you didn't hear the story, I traded in about 4 cameras for credit with some old lenses and accessories so that I could hopefully not have to come too much out of pocket. If you didn't know that, go to your local camera store. A lot of the time they will accept trades. Then you don't have to deal with people on Facebook Marketplace or, Craigslist, eBay, shipping, which can be hard on items with batteries. So here we are. Let's go ahead and break into this new camera. You guys are unboxing with me, so let's go ahead and do this. So the place that I went is Glazer's Camera. It's here in Seattle. Great shop. Tons of knowledgeable people, and like I said, they will accept trades, so I was really interested in that because I didn't want to have to come out too much money, and I didn't. So this is the camera here, and the reason I got this one is because it has insane autofocus from what I hear. And if you did not know, what I usually have been shooting on is this Panasonic G7. And if you've been in any of my live streams, you have seen they usually have to yell at me at some point to say, hey, you're out of focus. So I even had to buy a little remote shutter to try and activate the autofocus. It's tough. So I've heard that this one is really, really great. So I'm so excited to break into this. So this first item that we have here. So unlike the 6000 and 6100 body, this is not kind of like a composite, like plastic. This is a little bit more of a tougher material, which is a little bit also more weather resistant than their base model is. So just something to keep in mind. It does have a screen that will tilt out. Let's see if I can get this here. So it will tilt out, and then the nice thing is it will also tilt up. So anyone who was looking to do a selfie type style, this is great for that. Now, one bad thing, which we'll get into, is the hot shoe cover right here basically will cover where your lens is. So there is a little $20 accessory that I've purchased, and it's ordered. It hasn't come yet. I'll show you when it does, but it basically is a hot shoe relocation, and it puts it right over here. That way when you put a microphone, it doesn't then block the lens, and it doesn't block, the screen, the LCD screen, which is important. And I like that it actually is directly above the lens, because unlike some that flip out to the side, if you are going to do a quick LCD glance, sometimes looking up is a little bit better than looking to the side. So I am excited about that. The way that this one works here, you can see then the way that that LCD does kind of articulate, and then it will kind of fold down and then fold down. It kind of is like a Z, and then just kind of tilts back in there like that. I'm getting fingerprints over it already. So it does have a couple of programmable buttons, including this C1 up here and the C2 down here. I've heard that you can do auto assignments for that, for those particular functions. I've heard that this camera is also probably, not only overkill for what I'm using it for, talking head videos like I do, but I actually do want to get more into photography, and this does seem to have more options than a lot of other cameras do have. One nice thing about this camera as well is that they have removed that 30-minute time limit, which you see in a lot of cameras, as well as they have, I'm so pretty, I got distracted. Not only did they remove the time limit, but this particular model, as opposed to the 6000 or 6100, can also shoot in different color profiles. So I'm not ready to do that, you know, like the S-Log or HGL or HLG, whichever one it is, so that you can color grade later. I don't really color grade my stuff now, but it's nice to know that those options exist. One bad thing about this particular camera, though, is that it does not have the in-body image stabilization, also known as like IBIS, and that is prevalent more in the 6500 and 6600, also referred to as like steady zoom. And then the other thing about that, though, if the 6500 and 6600, they use a bigger battery, so you get more battery life out of those particular models than this one. So I don't get the image stabilization and I don't get the bigger battery, but I think that in this price range, it's still probably one of the best values overall, all around. So I'm actually really, really pleased with this and pleased with how light it is. So I'm going to go ahead and just keep going with the box. I mean, this is not necessarily a review of this camera. This is an unboxing. So, but if you did not know, I watched a lot of videos when I was deciding on which one to get. So, all right. So in here, there's also a camera strap. And then there is going to be, oh, this is the little eyepiece for the monitor up here for your electronic viewfinder. Right in here, so you put this on so it's a little bit more comfortable. Let's see if there's something else in here. This one has the wall brick and charger. So this will have a, I think it's micro USB, right? Scott Peachy, where are you at? Micro USB still. Micro USB on this one with a wall adapter. I believe the 6000 does not have the wall adapter. It just has the USB cable, so you can plug it into your computer. And the nice thing is it will charge while the door's opening. That was the dog. It will charge while you're using it, or you can just plug it into a power bank or something and it will also charge. I have been told that the battery life is probably 400 shots or 70 minutes of video. And so you probably are going to need to get additional batteries. So I did do that from Amazon. And then this battery right here, like I said, about 400 shots, 70 minutes. So that's everything here. I'm going to leave this because then I'm going to show you the fun accessories. So here we go. We're going to put this right here. Then the next thing that I had two lenses that I got. The first one, if you did not know, my very favorite lens is the Sigma 18-35. It was on my Canon, but since I traded in two Canon cameras, I no longer have a Canon camera. Couldn't fit it on here without a $250 adapter from Sigma. And then when I did put it on, because I tried it first, it made the camera so heavy and front heavy that I was just like, I can't do this. So I ended up getting a new Sigma lens. This is the 16mm f1.4, which means that low number means that the f-stop, that's the f-stop number. The low number means that it lets in a ridiculous amount of light. So this one, the lens is still pretty large because it has to accommodate for the opening for letting in more light. Look at that, look how beautiful. Okay, so here's your little lens hood. Looks like a little tulip, a little crown, right? How pretty. Okay, and then here is the lens. So you can see it's actually quite a beefy little lens. It's quite large considering you can get a pancake lens, a 16mm at 2.8 from Sony. It's about $240, $249. This particular one is about $400 and is about 4 times as tall and quite a bit larger. But I've been so impressed with the Sigma glass. I think it's just such a good line of series of lenses that I just had to keep it. So we're gonna do that. Let's go ahead and put this one on and I'll show you what it looks like. The battery isn't charged up since I haven't, or at least I don't think there's any charge to it, so I don't even know if it would turn on, but like I said, it's an unboxing. If you didn't know, usually on here there's a dot, and there's a dot that you line it up with on the edge, so you can see that there. So hopefully those will line up and then give you a little twist into spot. So here is what the camera looks like by itself. It's a nice little handheld unit. It has a good grip. This is still a heavy lens. I could definitely have a smaller lens, but like I said, it's also going to be not only great for getting the bokeh and that really pretty blurred background, but this particular lens is going to be awesome for if you have low light situations and you need to be able to open up that aperture to let more light in. This with the f.14 is really going to allow for that. So I'm super excited about this particular lens, and then I decided to do one other, and that was to have a zoom. And I just figured if I had two lenses, one for kind of an up close and then one for a nice zoom, I would have my bases covered for the most part starting out with this camera. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one here so you can see it. Then I'm going to show you the lens that I got. I'm going to show you, like I said, if you haven't been to a local camera shop, most of the time they're going to have a used section as well. This is no different. This particular lens, if you bought it brand new, it actually comes in the kit with this one. I bought body only, which is a great way to do that if you want to save a little bit of money and buy your own lenses later. They do have a kit that has this body and actually this lens, but it's significantly more expensive. I think it's $400 more. So not only was I able to do something like this, I got additional discount because I bought it used. But even the package deal isn't a bad deal because the lens itself is actually about $550. So getting it in the kit, if you think you're going to do that, you're already saving money because you're getting that lens for about $400 upgrade. This one though, I did find they had one in the used section. So I went ahead and got this one, so I saved an additional $50. So the reason that I got this one, this is their 18 to 135. But if you also see the f-stop on this one is the lowest it can go, if you can see that, is 3.5. So it goes 3.5 to 5.6. So you need to be in significantly brighter situations to use this one and you're not going to get that blurry depth of field that you're going to get with some others. But it has a significant amount of zoom, 18 to 135. That low 18 means it's actually, even when you have it on the camera, which I'm going to put on 1 second, you can still, it's low enough that it's wide enough to be able to use it as a vlog camera handheld out about an arm's distance from you. So I'm going to go ahead and take this lens off. There's usually a little depress button right over here so that you can take a lens off, and you're going to twist. There you go. We're going to look for that white button. We're going to twist until we hear the click. And then this little guy is the lens hood for here. If we wanted to turn that around and put that little tulip on the end, we could do that. So you can see that the lenses don't have too much of a significant size difference, except for it feels like the circumference of the lens itself. So I'm not sure if you can see, but just how much larger this from here to here is than from here to here. So if you put that side by side, it's quite significantly larger. But if you take a look here, the lenses are almost about the same in length, but this one is a fixed lens, doesn't zoom at all. This one zooms quite a bit from, like I said, the 18 to 135. So I just think that's an interesting comparison between the two. Oops, that's not right. So those are my two lenses and the camera body that I got. If you're interested in this same model, I'll put a link in the description for the lens, the body kit, and the other lens that I did end up getting. Making a new camera purchase can be exciting, exhilarating, scary, all at the same time. So I definitely did a lot of research and watching a lot of videos while I was looking at different options. So if you have questions about this camera, I don't know anything about using it yet because I just unboxed it, but I don't know, drop a question below if you use this camera. Let me know how you like it or if there's something else in the series that you love. I would have loved to have gotten the 6600, but it was just so much more expensive that I just couldn't justify it. But I'm very, very pleased with my purchase, and I'm really excited that I was able to share it with you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'd love to see you in a video very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.